Everyone. You know, let me just say first, you got to not mind me. I'm kind of a mess now. In 10 years since I've had my store, I haven't had a vacation. At one point, I ran 2 stores, 3 houses. That's why everything is just, and I kept, after the years of revelation, I'm just saying this briefly because I don't have time right now. As I was going through the revelation, I still had these things to take care of every day. And, I basically, it's so strange because in the world, I was in a breakdown these 3 years, physically, with everything going on. At the same time, my spirit was being fed. But when it was all said and done, then, it's so hard. I don't have time to put these things in right words yet. When it was like, it's coming to a realization. You get the epiphanies, the revelation brings you to deeper and deeper understanding. That's why when I speak of the letter, the mind of man, every mind will perceive. As they read, they will perceive what their mind allows them. It is from all that you've taken in. What others have been raised, they will perceive differently, the letter. That is why you have denominations. But when the epiphanies and the revelation comes, you'll get the meaning. But then, as your understanding gets greater, then you see deeper meaning to the same scripture that you didn't see that before. The understanding grows. That's why I say that I don't speak on many things. If I know I don't fully understand or there's something, you speak to the ability that you have. So things I do speak is things that I have been fully assured of. But even in those, where even if I speak, and there's something deeper, my word won't come out to be a lie, because it always, the truth, when a deeper understanding of that is unlocked, it always fits together and it's just a deeper understanding. But it's not that first shallow meaning of the letter that all of us will receive from what we hold within us. That's why many things are hard to be spoken. And that's why when I received, and another thing, as I watch or hear or read, and those who have had the revelations, I'm sure that this is how it works with them. You hear when others speak. The Spirit confirms whether it's truth or not, or misunderstood, or where am I going? Where was I going with that? I've really got to start writing notes, and I hope to have time to start doing that. Well, I kind of got off from where I was going with that, but I don't even know what I was originally starting, but those who only looked at the letter and what their carnal mind and the understanding, that's the ones who come and speak against when they hear things that they can't understand, because it is the carnal mind, and the understanding of the carnal mind is enmity with God. But those of us who are on this journey of the spirit understanding, we've come to realize that there is layers of understanding and levels of understanding. So we take that reason from what we have learned, and we add, we will confirm and say our understanding to it, and we will confirm one another. But those up on the shallow letter, that is the carnal letter and understanding of man. Anything that deeper level, those many layers of truth, that carnal, they will speak against. They speak against the things they do not understand. And that's why, as I was learning, and I'm sure as my brethren was learning, we could not speak on things. Because at that level, we didn't fully understand. But as our understanding grows, you can see more the whole. And you're more able to speak without error. But I really wish what I originally come in here to say. These years, like I said, I was growing in spirit, but when it was all done, it was the cares of the world was still there. And as I had put them off for all the years, I put off my son's health, my other son, which is his twin. I just brought him the other day because he has been going through a very dark time. But while his mother was learning and coming to understand, I couldn't help him. And now I know that I'm strong enough that I can, I have to start fixing what I've let get broke over these years. I've had every day of this journey these years, I've had things work against me. I haven't spoken a lot of things, but with what has been given and understood, I know that, I will be strengthened and have the strength to put things back in order. I just have so much going on. But I haven't, like in all this time, in 10 years, I haven't had a vacation. For the first, until about 3 years ago when I left the store, I worked 7 days a week. First 3 years, almost 3 years, was 7 days a week from 5 or 6 in the morning till anywhere from 2 to 4 in the afternoon. And then when I ran the store, it was just all day. My kids would, it was all day every day because we lived in the store. And then I came back and, then it's been these 3-4 years now, going through the revelations and still trying to keep the store going and all this. It's been too much. But I know that, that's why I'm the spirit willing, spirit ready. But there's some things that have to be taken care of, or I won't be here to give the things that I hold. I have got, it's just too much to even, I'd have to. It is only me and the Father that knows what I've been through my whole life in these years. And to try to explain it to only you'd have to have been there. That's what I was going to say. What has been given? There's times where you have perfect clarity. You see everything. You understand in those seconds when certain things are revealed to you. But, after the 3 years, especially of this feeling, and okay, then you're like, how are you supposed to? Because you see, and, as you read or hear, all of it comes and you understand. That understanding's within you. But you think how to put it out because where every mind's at. You've already been through all this. And, it's so hard to explain some things. But it's like, as someone speaks, it strikes up in you all over again. The remembrance of what was given. that understanding is always there. It's been placed there. It's it's been sealed there. And when you hear others speaking or you're reading it, you're reminded of it. But then it can only be put out in those pieces, piece by piece. And then those who are ready, are prepared, they will, who will receive, will receive. And some will not receive. They're not yet ready. And I know that I do get hard, seem a little harsh on some I will respond to defend the truth, or I'm not too harsh, because although I know all things was ordained and that all things will work out for good, there's just so much. When you hear the true depth and understanding of what the Father has worked, there is the true gratefulness. You can't be grateful if you do not know what has been done and why. But where is that going? Oh, I'm so crazy. Oh, but and then they defend. They hear what I've spoken, but they don't understand what I've spoke. When I'm defending the truth or pointing out the falsehood or false teachers, which I know there's some here on YouTube who are actually getting contributions, living off these contributions. And the thing is, let me tell you this is what you should know. Those who have come to understand the things that I myself have come to understand, and greater things than I myself understand, we aren't pointing you to the world, not looking at the world. If the whole world could not contain all that has been done through the anointed, through Christ, isn't there enough to speak of? Isn't there enough to show forth without pointing everyone's eyes to the world? Once you understand, you no longer look or worry about what the world is doing, because you know it is all in the Father's hands. You're led by fear or led by love. That fear and confusion. But our God is not the God of confusion. And it does say God of confusion. And this is another, in levels. It depends on where you at, how the truth has many layers and has many understandings. Because on one level, that fear has become your God. What leads you? What your hands and your mouth speaks, your hands do. That spirit that drives you, that inspires you, that is your God. If it is love that inspires you, then you will do the works of love. You will speak the words of love. If it is fear that inspires you, then that is what you will show forth. You are led by love or you are led by fear. And that becomes your God, whom you serve. There's many layers to what is truth. But that first one, every man has their own. Because it's their own understanding. It's their own power. And those are the ones that speak and judge against each other and condemn the truth when it's spoken. I've always known my life is for this. And I am assured that whatever is my end or my eternity, I know, I trust that the righteous God who has done all this, He will judge me rightly, unlike many out there have. I love you all. Many blessings.